I am so happy I have Gekkan Shoujo after Akame got killed, because if I didn't, I'd be an emotional wreck for the rest of the day because of that episode. Just sucked the freaking life out of my body after I saw that episode. So, Gekkan Shoujo. A lot of funny comedy, had some great things going on in it, and I laughed majority of the episode. And really, I love the misunderstandings between Yuzuki and the other dude, Nozaki's assistant. That was really freaking funny, because you have that entire base like, Yuzuki's picking on me! Yuzuki's picking on me! And then all of a sudden he loves that song he listens to, and it's actually her singing it. And then he goes up top the roof and has so much misunderstandings. Both of them are so freaking dense, because, I mean, you have Yuzuki that was misunderstanding the entire conversation. It's like, oh, I got some gloves, and then she freaking kills a fly. And then you have the entire scene with how you have freaking Nozaki's assistant that's completely trying to reenact a shoujo manga, which does not work in that situation. And so, right there, that entire scene was just so fucking funny. I laughed so hard at those scenes just because of how it was done. It was so funny, because usually that type of comedy is rare. It really is rare getting to see that type of comedy when you see, like, the misunderstandings between the two characters, especially something to that level, where both of them are so freaking dense that makes you just facepalm, because it's just so freaking hilarious. Now, after that entire scene, there's another good scene in this episode, especially with how Nozaki gets bedridden. For instance, he gets bedridden because he gets sick and he's about to miss his deadline the next day, and so he calls up all his assistants to pretty much help him out. And I find it funny how nobody really knew how to put screen tones and stuff on besides the beginner that came in, and then you have it to where they force all the work on top of him at the middle part of this episode. And so that is enjoyable. This episode, just all around, this is a good episode to really balance today. Honestly, I'm glad Gekkan Shoujo is here, because it's able to balance the scales of tragedy and sadness along with the comedy and happiness. So I'm glad this series is here, because it definitely uplifted my spirit, and it definitely was a good episode. Overall, best part of the episode, in my opinion, would have to be probably the scene right at the end of the episode when you saw Nozaki look at the freaking manga, you know, what his assistants wrote while he was bedridden. He's like, I'm gonna have to extend my deadline. I was like, it's so good, because they fucked up so much on him writing his characters. He's like, uh-oh, this is bad. So tell me your thoughts, honestly, about this episode of Gekkan Shoujo, everybody. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did this episode manage to balance out those feels you felt from earlier today? Let me know in the comments below. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.